It's a Friday, and I ask myself sometimes why I do this. Am I just talking to the green light on my computer? Is it worth it to continue to talk when you don't know who's watching? When you don't know how many people are watching? How many people see it? Doesn't matter. This is something that is just scattering seed out there. And this is what Jesus says in his kingdom parable of the seeds that are scattered. This is Mark 4, verse 26 on a Friday morning. Jesus also said, "The kingdom of God is like a farmer scattered seed on the ground. Night and day, while he's asleep or awake, the seed sprouts and grows, but he does not understand how it happens. The earth produces the crops on its own. First the leaf blade pushes through, then the heads of wheat are formed, and finally the grain ripens. And as soon as the grain is ready, the farmer comes and harvests it with a sickle, for the harvest time has come." So what does this tell me about our life and our purpose and God's power and his purpose? He's telling us to scatter seed as much as you can, everywhere. The life is in the seed, and it will find places to grow. It just needs to get there, to those places. God will bring his life and power to people's lives around you. Your job is to scatter the seed into the nooks and crannies of people's lives, wherever you can. God will bring the life forth from that scattered seed, the life of the scattered gospel, the good news. There's life in the gospel. There's life in the seed, not in my scattering it. My prayers and my good deeds water the soil of people's lives, where the dirt, where God's seed of good news works and comes to life. And while we're working or while we're resting, the seed sprouts and grows. We don't understand how it happens because it's a miracle of God's grace when it does, right? And even the most amazing farmer or botanic genius can't make that happen. The seed to us looks like a dead rock in many instances. It's as hard as rock, but God's power woven into the fabric of the universe, his spirit, which brings life that we can't manufacture ourselves. His spirit will do what seems to be impossible to us. He brings life. Our job is to scatter the seed. Simple. I got an email several years ago. I used to have this awesome email address back in 2000. They came up with Canada.com. And I was one of the first ones to get an email through that. And my email address was so good. It was pastorbob@Canada.com. What could you get better than that, right? I was thrilled. And then all of a sudden, one day, Canada.com takes the email service away. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And I lost that amazing email. But before I did, got an email one day from a young man. He says, "Hey, my name is Nathan Reish, and I think you're Bob Evans, and I want you to know back in 1990 when you moved to Prince George, you used to take me and my brother and sister out for Cokes and come over and watch movies with us and hang out, and I want you to know that had a profound impact on my life, and I'm now in youth ministry." And Nathan is full-time with Youth for Christ in Caronport, Saskatchewan. I didn't know at the time that simply the seed of community with some hurting kids who had lost their dad, that those small acts and that time with them would have a profound impact on his life. Jesus says this: first a leaf blade pushes through, then the heads of wheat are formed, and finally the grain ripens. And this shows us that the Word of God works invisibly in people's lives. God promised that His Word would accomplish the purpose for which He sends it. That's Isaiah 55:11. So when you hear the Word, it works in you even as you sleep. It works while the farmer sleeps in people's lives. It works in you spiritually in a way that's invisible to our eyes. The secret of growth is in the seed, not in the soil, nor in the weather, nor in the cultivating. These all help, but the seed spontaneously works according to its own nature as God designed it. And Robertson said that. And this is an amazing video of what we're talking about. When you scatter seed into people's lives, you may not see it working, but this is what's happening. Crazy, right? Crazy. So when you scatter seed into people's lives, it shows us that God's work, that video shows us that the work of God to bring life is invisible to us for a long time. But there's life there because God has brought His life to people through the gospel, that you just threw that gospel seed into people's lives. There's hope for people because God brings life and His Spirit brings life. And the secret is prayer and trust while God does the work. It's amazing. And it's all an act of grace because God loves people more than you do. So when you throw those good seeds out into people's lives, the seeds begin to grow by His grace as it shines on them. And it grows His life in their lives. As soon as the grain is ready, Jesus says, the farmer comes and harvests it with a sickle, for the harvest time has come. And so scatter your seed. Scatter the good news. Your acts of faith in loving people, your good deeds, so that they may glorify your Father in heaven. Scatter those seeds out there. Let the gospel go into people's lives. Don't try and manufacture change. Just throw seed out there. And there's life under the surface that God sees. And one day you will see it when, boom, it pops up above the surface of the soil. And then we will rejoice. In the meantime, pray for the people you've put seed into their life. We love people. we scatter seed into the others' lives. Then when the crop is ready, Jesus says, look at the harvest. Jesus takes something as small and insignificant as a seed, buries it, and makes it rise up to something glorious. Therefore, we should never despise the day of small things. The seeds are small, and they turn into mighty trees. And Jesus said, the harvest is ripe, the laborers are few. So it's all His grace. This is Johnny singing about God's grace.
I was lost when you found me here. You pulled me close and held me near. I'm a fool, but still you love. I'll be a fool for the King of Love. You gave me wings so I could fly, and gave me a song to color the sky. And all I have is all from you. Oh, and all I want is all of you. It's grace, your grace. I'm nothing without you. Grace, your grace shines on me. Oh, oh, oh. It's grace, your grace. I'm nothing without you. Grace, your grace shines on me. Shines on me, shines on me. Your grace, it shines on me. Shines on me, shines on me. It's your grace, shines on me. Your grace, your grace, it shines on me. Your grace, your grace shines on me.
The miracle of God's grace is what grows the life of God in our lives and in others' lives. And I'll be a fool, no problem. I'll go out there and just scatter seed everywhere, knowing that God's going to bring His grace into people's lives. That's what He's about. God loves you guys. Hey, take the SEC 28-day challenge. Starts February 1st. 28 days in a row of spending time with Jesus and replacing bad news with good news. Little challenges every day, like skip the news, write a post-it note to some friend and stick it on their car. Watch The Chosen and get the grace of God into your life by watching that show, an amazing show about Jesus and the lives of the disciples. He's calling you, and He wants you to take up the challenge of getting close to Him, putting in some extra effort. And you know, there's no alcohol February or January, no drink January, whatever they call it. Well, this is get as much of Jesus into you for the month of February, the 28-day challenge. I've got a guidebook I put together. You can ask me for a copy, pick it up at church. We'll get it to you. But it's just going to help you get closer to Jesus than ever before and to hear that call that He's got for us. God bless you guys.